Okay, have I unmuted myself? Yes, good. So I just saw, as I was going live, that Zen and TCG has opened up pre-orders for the colour V-Pets. So I'm gonna go do that and pre-order that while I'm gonna be multitasking. I guess I'll be doing that while I should probably log in. What save was it? Test my eyesight time. So it's this one. So yeah, starting from the end of chapter 8, so obviously here there'll be spoilers for anything leading up to this point. Okay, so the moral path is be true to my friends, so I'm gonna pick that. And that'll put me on the moral path, which is the one I'm doing now. And I'm also going to be pre-ordering the colour virtual pets while I'm here. And I'm going to be getting all 4 of them because I have no self-control. So if you're wondering what I'm talking about when I say the colour virtual pets, Bandai announced today that they'll be releasing these colour Digimon. I did a video on them and it's pretty exciting. I'm also going to see if they have the Hawkmon. Yes, I'm going to order Hawkmon while I'm here. And also Togemon. Yeah, I've heard that a lot from people who have finished their truthful path, that Rio is their best friend. But yeah, I'm really looking forward to when I eventually do the truthful path. But yeah, just excuse me while I'm pre-ordering from Zen and TCG. Let's see, what else is there? When do they come out? They come out in February to March. When did the One Piece Nano come out? Is that March? Or is that February? I can't even find it. That also comes out February to March. So I'm gonna order that in the order as well. Coolios. And I think this is the part that it's the same as every other path, so I'm gonna use skip for that. Okay, do I have everything I need in my cart? Elderly farmer. Oh no! Apparently I almost ordered 2 of the classic brown colour Digimon. Alright, that's everything. So this is so far interesting because it's different from the other paths, which is exciting. I have heard that Harmony and Wrathful are kind of like parallels of each other, so it is nice that I get something somewhat new. I'm fairly certain I haven't had this before. Yeah, I haven't. I wonder if this path has less death than the other ones. Yeah, 9 and 10, unless I it takes me like 2 hours to do 9, and then in that case, I'm only going to be doing 9. If it takes me like an hour to do chapter 9, I'll do chapter 10 as well. Like, the only reason I did chapter 9 and 10 for the Harmony path at the same time was because it was so similar to the Wrathful path. There's a lot that I could just skip. But then again, I don't know how long this is. And I'm still just checking out with PayPal for the Zen and TCG order. Multitasking. Woof. The exchange rate for Australia is not good. At all. Woof. Just a big old woof there. Oh, Miyu has so much sass. Poor Kaito. Speaking of which, I should probably get up my affinity chart. And there we go. Those have been pre-ordered. And now I'm going to post about it on Discord because I'm that kind of person. And I promise I'll be more interesting once I've got this done. Yeah, I only need them done. I think I've already got 70 for them anyway. Apologies about my loud keyboard. But yeah, I'm fairly certain that Miyu and Kaito are already at like 70 affinity. Oh, there we are. This part's the same. Yeah, I know I can check anytime. But like, I was surprised. I don't know how I got it up so high. I think I just checked when I was playing by myself the other day and it just... I was surprised it was up to 70. Is this... Yes, that's coming up red. Not much. I just started the chapter 9 basically, but I also spent a lot of time talking about how I was pre-ordering the color V pets, so that had my attention because the pre-orders came up on Zen and TCG like as soon as I started streaming. I need the... I'm still going to use the affinity guide just because it's nice to have affinity up. As far as I'm aware, it does give bonuses, but I guess it's not as required as in the Truthful Run. Or like, I'll just check. I'm pretty sure I've already got. Yeah, it's Kaito's 78 and Miu's 68, so she only needs like basically one more interaction. I'm gonna find her just so I can increase her now. And I'm going to scroll to where I need to be on the list. Okay, apparently I don't get an option with her for this area. Where am I? Where is part 9? There you are. Okay, calm him down is the Miu option, so I'll use that option. Oh yeah, I'm obviously going to use the guide for the Truthful Run. Like, absolutely, like 100%. Like, that's... Like, that's a given for the Truthful Run. Yeah, I'm super excited to see how this path plays out. Just to see if it is as different as, like, people say it is compared to the Harmony and Wrath path. Kaito and Miu is all I need, and I've already got them, but both are past 70 now, I would assume. Where's the... I'm still not sure how I'm going to go about streaming the Truthful route. Like, if I want to stream it at all. Like, I mean, at the start, I mean. Obviously, I'll stream it. But in terms of, like, the start, I'm not sure if I'll stream that, since it'll more or less be the same. Unless, like, can anyone confirm in chat if it's the same at the start? Like, I'm assuming it only changes after chapter 3. Yeah, that's what I was thinking. But something interesting that I noticed from playing 3 paths now is that each time I've had a different amount of people being kidnapped by Dakugomon. Like, in my first playthrough, it was Minoru and Aoi, and then it was, in my second one, it was Ryo as well, instead of Minoru. And then in this playthrough, it was just Aoi. It wasn't Minoru and Ryo, they were with me. So I found that was an interesting tidbit that it changed. Like, I'm not sure what influences who gets kidnapped by Dakugomon. But yeah, that's why I was thinking about starting at, like, I mean, I'm not sure how different chapter 3 is. Maybe I want to start at, like... Yeah, I'll start at 3, so I'll do prologue, chapter 1 and chapter 2 by myself, and then in chapter 3, I'll stream that. I don't even... I'll talk to Agumon. But yeah, I don't know why, but I didn't expect the Dakugomon fight to be different, and then it was, and I was like, oh, okay, it's been different each of the times. Which is really neat. Like, it was glad that it was different, and something else that I noticed is that depending on who's got the highest affinity with you, will react different ways to things that happen. Like, Kaito was my highest because he was at 78 at the end of chapter 8 when I go missing. And he was emotional about me being missing. Yeah, that's another point. There was a part of me that was like, maybe I should just hold off until, like, chapter 9, but I may as well stream, like, with the Rio parts. So that's the same for a lot of the endings, is that they're all different, like parts chapter 9. But then again, the ending for Harmony and Wrathful were more or less the same, just with different characters. I feel like this didn't let me skip last time. Yeah, that's what I was kind of expecting. But I'm kind of happy with the amount of differences depending on how you interact with characters. But I'm really hoping that this is different to the Wrathful and Harmony paths, just because, like, I wasn't too, like, okay, this is just, yeah, this is Affinity. I'm not too keen on the Moral and Wrathful chapter 10s. I think it's chapter 10, the one with the library. I really would like to not have to do that again. Like, at all. Like, that chapter sucks. Also, something I noticed is that chapter 5, I didn't talk to the other characters in my other playthroughs, but I didn't this time. And you can get, like, little items and that mean something to the characters, and I thought that was pretty cute. Yeah, I mean, like, there's always more things that could have been different depending on the playthroughs, but I'm not... Like, that'll be a lot of different playtime and a lot of branching storylines, and they only really had 2 years to work on this game because they changed development team in 2020, I think it was. So there's only so much that they could put in. So I don't mind too much. I'm gonna try and level up some of my dudes. Just gonna make sure that my order went through for Zenin. Cool. My order went through to Zenin. Yeah, that would be interesting. I can't remember, what's the game that gives you, like, that tells you the percentage of choices that... Oh, it's Beyond Human, I think it is? And it shows you, like, the percentage of what people chose. Like, I thought that was really cool. I wish that the same... No, not Catherine. It's Beyond Human, which is like a choose-your-own-adventure one with branching paths depending on what choices you take. And it's pretty good. But maybe one day I'll finish it. But I really, unless I'm completely misremembering, it would show you what percentage of people chose different things and what different paths people got, like the percentage of it. And I thought that was a really cool feature. Like, I want to see what percentage of people went with Kaito instead of the mystery woman in chapter 3. I would assume that it would be like a high percentage would have chosen Kaito. Because it's very obviously very suspicious. But yeah, that would have been a cool feature to have for Survive, like what percentage of people went like, yeah, Kaito every single time, but 100%. What percentage of people went like what percentage were moral, harmony, wrathful? Like, if there's a consensus on like how people were leaning in terms of that, or what the percentage of like affinity people had the most. Yeah, in my moral one, only, like, this one, she's the only one that got kidnapped by Digimon. So I got extra interactions with Rio this time. So that was neat. I'm wondering if there's a possibility for nobody to get kidnapped. I mean, like, we're always suspicious. Like, in the Dandenong episode of Ghost Game, it was like, attractive man. That's suspicious. I'm not sure if any of y'all are on BeReal, but I'm still waiting for my BeReal notification for the day. It's been more than 24 hours, and I'm like, did I miss it? Did I miss my BeReal notification? And I have no friends on BeReal, so I'm not having a very good experience with it, because I think most of the point is that you can have friends. But to anyone who doesn't know, and I'm going to try to not sound ancient when I'm describing this, but BeReal is a social media app that sends you a notification when to post, and you have like 2 minutes to post, or else like it's considered a late post. So the idea is that, like, instead of finding like something really exciting to do, you just kind of show what boring thing that you're doing. So it's instead of, like, you know, people always want their most exciting thing to be on display for social media. So it's kind of like, what if we didn't have the time to like stage a perfect life for our social media, and it takes a picture of like the front facing camera and with the back facing one as well. So that's pretty cool. You always go with Kaito for that. I went with for my second playthrough, which was the Harmony one, I think. I chose the LostinTranslationmon one just to see how different it was, and it was kind of boring, because it was like, oh, okay, it's just copy and paste, but you're not in the situation that you weren't before. So that was a thing. But every other time I'm going to choose Kaito. I just wanted to see something different. But yeah, BeReal's pretty cool. If anyone wants to add me, I'm Airdramon on BeReal. But I'm still waiting for my BeReal notification, so I can do mine for today. Huh, nothing sus. How do I make friends on it? You add people. I guess. But yeah, BeReal's something that has been around since 2020, but only in the last, like, month has it been, like, has become popular. But yeah, it's pretty interesting concept. Like, it's something that's new. It's Park 3. I can't believe we're just this is the one where we have to, like, look in the bushes for the different, guys, right? But yeah, I'm not going to be, like, talking to people, for affinity in this as much as I was in my last one, because, like, really, I don't need it. No, there is no algorithm. You can put on discovery, like, you post and it goes out to, like, the world. But the point of it is there's, like, no algorithm, there's no follower count, there's no like count. It's sort of putting everyone on the same level. Like, you can't be famous on it, and you can't, like, there's no, like, upvote system or anything. It's more or less just kind of for you to hang out with your friends and show how boring your life is, or how normal your life is, not necessarily boring. My controller's run out of batteries. So I'm going to change those. So yeah, it kind of goes off at random times, and you have to... 1 battery, That's not the right battery. That's definitely not a right... There we are. But yeah, it's a pretty different concept. There's no algorithm, there's no, like, tagging, like, there's no following, there's just adding your friends. So I guess it's like if Facebook only had the friend feature, but it told you when to post. So it's definitely a unique concept. It's not like how TikTok and Instagram have basically become similar things of each other. Like, Instagram's trying to be more like TikTok because it tried to be more like Snapchat, and now, since TikTok is popular, Instagram's trying to be like TikTok, instead of it being its own thing, which is just an image sharing kind of social media. Yeah, Facebook without Minions memes. I'm sure that there are Minions memes there, because I'm sure people take photos of them if they've got a Minion nearby in their B-reel time. But it's definitely an interesting concept. But yeah, it just didn't catch on until recently. And I just got it the other day. But again, I don't have any friends on B-reel because a lot of people just don't want to put their face on things, and you kind of have to. I think that's the point. I think that's the point of B-reel. It's to show you, like, when you're not, like, spending time trying to find the perfect post. It's meant to be just like, hey, do a post now, take a photo of what you're doing, which is just, yeah, front-facing and then back-facing camera. It goes off at the same time. So, yeah, it's not as exciting as other social media where you have, like, I don't know, you go out and, like, okay, I'm gonna take some photos, and then I'm gonna flick through the photos and apply filters. There's no image editing on it. There's no filters. There's no, like, you know, any of that functionality like the other social media sites have. So it's more like, I guess, a raw depiction of humans and what they're doing. But yeah, no B-reel notification today. Which, I don't know, am I missing it? Why is there no B-reel? Am I not going to be able to do a B-reel today because I'll be asleep when they ask me to do my B-reel? Like, for example, not sure how well... This was yesterday's B-reel. I was at work, and I just had 2 kombuchas as like, a drink. And then, at the top, you can see my face. Yeah, it's a bit like that. Like, they post their face and what they're doing. So this is interesting. It's a bit different. It's like, it's showing me that I have to fight Miyuki. But yeah, yesterday's B-reel came off at like 2:17, and it hasn't asked me to do a B-reel yet. Why haven't you given me a B-reel yet? Okay, it says it's meant to... You set your time zone so it doesn't give you, like, a notification when you're in bed, but, like, the time zones are, like, Europe, Americas, East Asia, and West Asia. Those are very different time zones. But yeah, I still haven't got one. Please, send me my B-reel notification. Oh, no, as I said, it doesn't do that, and also, you can still, you can be late to the notification. It'll just say how many hours you were late by. So if I opened up B-reel and I missed a notification, it would just say, post your B-reel now. It's time to be real. So, and also, as I said, it uses your time zone, so it posts it during the daytime. It just didn't give me mine today for some reason. Yeah, it's a pretty unique concept. I only found out about it because I've been scrolling through TikTok a lot lately. TikTok's really weird. TikTok is something that makes me feel incredibly old. Like, everyone on TikTok feels very, very young. And, like for example, there's a lot, the current, like, drama on TikTok at the moment is that, like, a bunch of people in cosplay were, like, you know, singing and really into being in cosplay at a convention, which is kind of what you do. And a bunch of people are like, oh, that's cringe. And I'm just sitting here, like, I'm not even that old, but when I was going to conventions, there was Haruhi Suzumiya, there was Hitalia, there was Homestuck. So I look at this and I'm like, hey, look, it's just a bunch of kids having fun. But no, that's apparently cringe. I'm like, no, that's not as bad as what I was in when I was young and into conventions. Like, oh, that's nice. People enjoying themselves in cosplay. Somehow less, like, I was into Homestuck. Like, enough said. Crosses self. I saw some stuff. But yeah, it's interesting that this fight is happening inside instead of outside like it was in the other parts. I'm doing the anime moments where I'm just like, I just want to save everyone. I guess this is the evolution time. I guess it's... Yeah, this is so anime. This feels like... The moral path is just, like, doing the anime choices. And having, like, the anime moments. So this is cool. I mean, Miu and Saki don't die in Chapter 9. They die in Chapter 10, right? Or was it... What was it, Chapter 9? I don't... Maybe I'm misremembering. But I thought it was Chapter 10. Maybe it wasn't. Oh no, it was Chapter 9. Yeah. I do like the evolution moments. They're always cool. I wonder if Miyuki gets to live in this one. Like, I'm wondering if, because people have said that Wrathful and Harmony, since they're the same, Moral and Truthful are similar. So I'm wondering if Moral is, like, pretty much the same to the Truthful one. And nobody confirm if I'm right. But I'm wondering if Moral and Truthful are the same, except in the Truthful one, Ryo and Shuji are there. That'd be kind of disappointing if so. Like, I hope it's a little bit more than that. Like, I hope it's... I love how Wargreymon Naruto runs. I love that. I'm hoping that it's more different than Harmony and Wrathful were. Like, that they were different, but still a little bit similar. In terms of just the characters were swapped and similar things happened. I still prefer the Wrathful ending. I thought that was way cooler. Plutomon was way cooler than Bolt Baltamon, even though Bolt Baltamon's still pretty cool. But I'm a big fan of Dark Evolution. I'm a big fan of Biomerging, so that was cool. And, I mean, Wargreymon's cool, but I don't know. I'm kind of bored of the anime Agumon evolution line. Like, I'm so happy that we get other evolutions from Agumon in this. Like, that was something I was worried about when Survive was first announced. Like, hey, you get Agumon. Like, oh, that's boring. I'm really glad that they gave Agumon other evolutions. See, that's good at least. I'm glad that the getting to the point's different. Because, yeah, Harmony and Wrathful were just like... Just the some of the character interactions were swapped. And, oh my gosh, I really, really hope I don't have to do Chapter 10 again. Like, I really don't want to have to do chapter 10 again. Like, the chapter 10 that was in the Wrathful and Harmony playthroughs. Like, I really hate that library. Don't make me go back to the library, please! My one fear is that, like, because I'm trying to hold back on a lot of memes that I could be making. I honestly should be making a list of them. But do you know the I have no fear, and then it's like something, and then the shirt changes to one fear. That's horrifying, by the way. I really want it to be like the library from chapter 10 of Digimon Survive being my one fear. Okay, that feels like a kind of cowardly response. Like, hey, let's just run. Yeah, Carter's like, nah, I'm outie. I'm pretty sure he said similar in the Wrathful playthrough with Plutomon. He was like, hey, you can talk to Plutomon, but like, if it goes bad, Like, I love that for Kaito. I really hope she doesn't die in this playthrough. Oh my gosh, is the power of friendship working? Whatever, as long as I don't have to go to that bloody library ever again in my life. Like, one fear, that library. Oh gosh. No, we didn't power of friendship hard enough. Oh god, that's horrifying. I love it. Oh my gosh. Yeah, I absolutely do not like Omegamon. We get a new form every 6 months to a year, and it's on everything, and I hate it. But whenever it's in something, it's like, hey, this is the Oh, no! 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 Ah! No! No! Ah! No! That's so much worse than any of the characters, and like the human characters, and I don't know why. I don't know why that's the worst one. Oh, no! Yeah, Miyuki's like, I'm gonna kill someone. Like, no, don't do that. No. No. Oh, I don't like this. Ah, Digimon's the Leomon of the game, I see. Wow, Kaito's not okay. Everyone else is sad. Kaito is like, revenge. Everyone's okay. Did you miss that? No one is okay. Digimon just got unalived. I would not say that everyone is okay. No one has to die. Off limits. Like, so there's a corpse there. Interestingly, we don't seem to have, like, them returning to Digi-Eggs. We just have corpses, especially, like, alright, we're just checking her out. That's not cool, Takuma. Why? I guess I'm just bowing my head, but it just looks like I've just entered pervert mode. There we are. Oh, that was sad. Oh, no. Oh. No. Saki, you are so wholesome and you're too good for this world. And that's why I played the Wrathful arc, I guess. Oh, this is sad. Also, side note, whenever, yeah, okay, that took less than an hour. I'm definitely playing chapter 10 as well, in this stream. Ooh. Don't know why I thought that was so funny. And yeah, Flay Wizamon being in the next episode of Ghost Game is gonna be fun. But yeah, so whenever I say no now, I feel immediately called out as an Australian, because as I mentioned, I scroll TikTok a lot now because I've just lost control of my life, I guess. So someone was like, hey, this is how Australians say no, and I was like, oh god, this is gonna be good. And it was Piano Man by Billy Joel, and it was this is how they say no. It's not. It was just the first, like, the part of there's a segment of the first part of the song. Instead of it's 9 o'clock, it cut off at the nah part, so it was like, it's nah, and I was like, oh no, oh, that is how we say no. But yeah, so I get called out by just scrolling TikTok. And no library. We're not doing the library. I don't like the library. Minoru's got peed on. I don't want the library. Also, wow, there's gonna be so much more talking because, oh, I just realized the true horror of the library is the fact that we have more characters alive now. So there's gonna be different illusions, and I'm gonna have to read. Oh, that's gonna be not fun. I hope it's the last time I do the library. I absolutely hate, like, absolutely by far, and I had to write this down because otherwise I'd probably forget it, but when I do my full review of Digimon Survive, I'm absolutely going to just drag Chapter 10 through the dirt, like, by its ear. Like, I just really don't like the library. Like, Chapter 5 isn't even that bad when I think of the library. I don't know how I managed to forget the library existed, but I remember Chapter 5, but Chapter 5 is not as bad as the library. At least in this playthrough, the Chapter 5 didn't seem that long. Where is my BeReal notification? That's what I'm really worried about. And for some reason, Reddit now gives me notifications for the Ask UK subreddit. I don't know why. I don't know why, but I think Chapter 5 is more memorable. Because in my second playthrough, I remember Chapter 5 being like a slog. But for some reason I couldn't remember Chapter 10 being a slog. So I was not looking forward to Chapter 5, and then I was like, okay, thank the Lord that that's over, and then I went to Chapter 10, I'm like, oh, this is so much worse. I guess it's because I thought that Chapter 10 might be different. But yeah, it sucks because I can't fast forward a lot of it because it's different, technically. Ah, Deep Woods. Ooh! Evolution time! Yeah, the personal items, I didn't get any of those in my previous playthroughs, so that was kind of cool. that I found those in this one. Palmon! Always happy to see Palmon. Okay, so Kaito evolution time. I mean, the library you do have to have sort of a similar sort of thing with the illusions. It's just a lot of text, and then you have to have a battle. And because the battle has like the bookshelves in between it, it's kind of like annoying to walk through. Okay, I'm gonna say, look, I think that somebody actually accidentally spoiled the Dracomon final evolution for me. But because somebody in one said, oh, Beelzemon's in this game, but they've edited out the name. And they only, what I realized is they only say the name if they're partner Digimon. So I think it's Beelzemon just because somebody accidentally spoiled it to me. I love how, what's Palmon doing with her arms? Kaito, you're so good. Yeah, Palmon's ready. I'm gonna take a screenshot and I'm just gonna edit that down just so I have just Palmon. Like, I don't know what she's doing, but I love her. So yeah, I'm gonna say Beelzemon just because, yeah. Feast your eyes on me. At the very least, Kaito tries. Yeah. It's gone. It's just he just says Beelzeb. Like, I think they even silenced out Mon. I mean, I still have the superior Baltamon. At least he looks cool. Why is he standing like that? He sounds like he's doing like a disco move. Wow, he jumps high. Oh, Palmon. I'm still pleased that we got Bulk Baltimore. I think that's a cool mon. Wait, does that mean I have all of Dracomon's evolutions? I'm gonna check how my subscriber count's going. Ooh, I am 56 subscribers on YouTube away from 12,000. That's exciting. Okay, now Mew's time. Yeah, at the start, when I was at the end of Chapter 8, Kaito was on 78 affinity and Mew was on 68, and then that interaction with her in Chapter 9 got me over to 70. Mew's so good. I'm so happy that we got a character who isn't just the little sister character. Like she's a little sister, but she's not the typical little sister type. I'm gonna say Marine Angemon, just because I feel like that would fit Mew, and I know it's in the game, which is I guess a negative of a smaller roster in this game is that the more you play it, the more you see what Digimon are in the game, and then you can kind of make closer guesses to what Digimon are going to be showing up. Like, I kind of wish that Digimon were in the partner Digimon evolution lines were exclusive to that partner Digimon. Like, that's one of my other, I guess, nitpick negatives about the game. My only actual negative is how repetitive Chapter 5 and 10 are. But I guess it makes sense. You're replaying a game, of course, there's going to be some repetition. But those are the only chapters that feel like a slog. Also, I'm sorry my hair's going absolutely mad. I washed it, like, before the stream. Cool evolution time. I'm gonna say Marine Angemon. I wonder if it is Marine Angemon, I'd be interested to see how big it is. Yep, there we are. I really want, like, is she gonna be huge? Because I want to see how big there's no Mew in there. Like, I really wish we had Mew here. Oh, she's actually kind of big. Does she talk? Does she just say peep peep? Oh, she just goes peep peep. That's adorable. She just doesn't talk now. She has lost her ability to talk in her evolution. And also she's a lot bigger than... She just peeps. Okay. That's cute. And her movement's not good. And she heals a lot. Yeah, you're right. This does have a lot of Tamers stuff. And also Gilmon. Oh yeah, the blast modes from the XL really need more love. They need to appear in something. Like, Delumon blast mode is my best friend. But yeah, also remember Gilmon, she just chirps. That's weird. Peep pew. That's nice, thanks Mew. But yeah, I mean, remember Gilmon isn't in every game. Like, I don't have Gilmon in this game despite it being a digital version. I love how we can see his regrowth. I just think that's funny. She's a lot bigger than usual, but it is interesting that she doesn't talk. Yeah, Kunamon Legacy. R.I.P. Kunamon. And now I have a bunch of affinity things to do, I guess. At least this is the same. I just selected the wrong one, didn't I? Neither of these are on my thing. Okay, no, I'm just looking at the wrong part. That would make sense. Oh, we have more mouths to feed because people survived. No, because I need to go anywhere but the library. As long as I'm safe from the horrors of the library, I don't mind. And the kids of Digimon. R.I.P. Is Mew just hiding in the corner over there? Wasn't she just in the cafeteria? That's weird. No, I'm still doing affinity stuff. Just because I just like making them happy. I'm a people pleaser. Let's see. Oh, Minoru. I love him so much. And then there's Mew again. She was just in that room and now she's in both rooms somehow. There's two Mew. To you. Yeah. It does ring a bell, but it wasn't 100%. But, yeah, it does sound like if he made it up, though, and that would be cute. But, yeah, it does ring a bell, I think. Is the one where there's, like, ground, and he visits, like, an old couple, and, the old couple help him, and, he shows them where to dig, and when they dig, they get money, and then, like, he gets kidnapped or something, and whenever the evil person digs, it gets like bugs. Is that the same one? I can't remember. I'm probably just combining a bunch of folk tales. Do I remember there being bamboo in that one? Oh, this is the part where I always get lost. I need one more move, but I'm not seeing any more hourglasses. Oh yeah, it's the rescuing the adventure Digimon this time, isn't it? Oh, I can't be bothered save scumming for this. To try to get Palmon, I'm just too lazy. Can I be bothered? Can I be bothered? Can I be bothered? Is it always Tentamon? Oh, Shrine is Tentamon? Okay, someone said it was random. So I'm gonna... Where is Palmon? Yay, Palmon. So which is the option I need to take so I get it? Like, and I don't fight it? Is it wave a white flag? That's a cute smile. I want to protect that smile. I love her so much. Yay! Palmon! I love Palmon. Palmon is my best friend and has been since I was like 8 years old, so Palmon. Palmon, yay. Yay, Palmon. Palmon. Yes. Palmon. Palmon. I don't even know if I want to evolve it. I don't know if I want to evolve it just because look at Palmon. It's her. She's perfect the way she is. I'm not evolving her. I love her. Please do not say that you should go to the library. Just stay away from the library. We don't... No nerds at the library today. No library time. Where's my Be Real notification? Yeah, but also I want to keep Palmon. Maybe in my truthful route I'll evolve her, but for now I'm keeping Palmon. As long as you stay out of the library. Yeah, there should be an option that just says burn down the library. We don't need books anymore. No! No library! No library! Bad! No! No! Unpop it! Pop it away! Remove it. I know a lot about the library. Yes, it is trouble! Stay away from it! Just don't! Just don't! Just don't! No! No! It is the worst case scenario, going to the library. You're right. No, let's yeah. Me. I'll stay here. Just keep me away from the library, my gosh. No, no one go to the library. Oh, I don't want to go to the library. I don't want to go to the library. My eyes hurt. I don't want to go to the library. Can I stay behind and look after the babies, please? Anything that's not the library? This is the saddest moment in the entire game that I have to go back to that terrible, terrible library. Knowing my luck, my Be Real notification's gonna go off and it's just gonna be me crying about the library. Hate libraries so much. I hate this library. I hate the Digimon Survive library. I could do without. Like, why? Yeah, it is weird that they've let Patamon to babysit when, yeah, he's a child. I guess we're all children here. And Rendemon's here like, ha ha ha, I'm gonna do some illusions in the library.
以前アルケニモンが言っていたな。人間の子供はミコほど重要ではないが。
I'm gonna make a tweet about how much I hate the library. Hate the library. I hate the library so much. And now I've got the hiccups.
ナモン、どうしてだ？お前はみゆきを助けようとしていたじゃないか。僕たちは同じ目的のはずだ。だったら一緒に従わな。レナ。
Oh, I hate the library. It's always the library. Yeah, that would make it worse. I don't know why that battle was so much harder than any other battle in the entire game. But that was just awful. Like, I seriously don't want to, like, I just don't want to play this, the library level. Like, I love the rest of the game. It's still probably my favorite Digimon game, but the whole library just really annoys me. And oh, it's time to be real. Oh shit, it's been 2 minutes. I might do I have a late, but I have to be real. And there we go. I've done my be real. I think I was late though, because I only just saw it and it came like 2 minutes ago. Was I, did that count as late? 43 seconds late. I was 43 seconds late to my B-reel. And for some reason it's coming up blank. But at least I got to do my B-reel. Yeah, they were like, hey, I think I even made a joke and I was like, oh, B-Real's gonna like send me the notification while I'm in pain doing the library, or, and send it just before the library. So, thanks, I guess. But I can't believe I did my B-Reel late. Such a shame. But yeah, it's always at a random time. Like, it was at like 2 PM yesterday, and Sunday, I think it was like, I was editing the podcast, so I think it was like 5:30 PM, and now today it just went off at like 10 minutes to 8. So I do like that it's different each time, like each day, like that, you know, keeps you on edge. It's kind of cool, but it felt like it was just too late today. I mean, it could have been worse. It could have been when I was driving home, because then I would have been late. I hate the library. Why? I don't know why it's coming up as blank now, though. There we are. Here's my my B-reel for the day. It's me streaming and being exceptionally done with the library. So there's today's B-reel. I just really. I hate the library. Yeah, I'm okay. I'll sacrifice Kaito and Aoi if it means I don't have to go to the library. It's fine. That's fine by me. I mean, as long as I don't have to go to the library, like that's the most amount of like physical pain that can be inflicted, is the fact that I have to do that absolutely terrible level again. No, we don't. No. Exploration. Watch me go in the absolute opposite direction of the library. Like, I should have taken a script. I'm take a video of that and be like, take a photo. Like, one fear, the library. I hate the library. I hate the library so much. Normal libraries, fine. This one. Yeah, absolutely. Like, that's something else I don't like about the library. The fights are long. The interactions are not skippable, even if you're on your, like, third playthrough, because they're all technically unique. You also get scenes that you're not even around for. And it's more or less all the same throughout the playthroughs. Like, at least with other things that happen, they're different. Like, at least, like, the siege on the castle, that's different each time. So, you can't really skip it. You can't, like... I don't know. It's just a bad time, and it just gets worse. Maybe it won't be that bad this time, despite more characters being alive, so there's more interactions that I need to have. Just keep me away from the library. I'm getting a notification. I hate. Like, of course my B-reel goes off. I'm like, hey, this is me going into the library, being salty about it. Yeah, I know it. Can I skip this? See, this is the same. More or less, this is the same as my previous two playthroughs. And I just have to do it again in the dark with the illusions. And it's just the same text. It is so weird that it doesn't let me skip this, because this is the same text. Like, oh, now my eyes have adjusted. That was the same as before. Why wouldn't it let me skip that? I don't know why it's decided that these are different. And now, yep, we're seeing Ryo and Shuji. The illusions. And look, I can't skip. It's so annoying. Like, it just won't... I just came to say ayo. Yeah, but even in places like it's not, even if it's the same phrasing, even it still won't let me skip it, because I guess certain interactions of classes being different, even though they're the exact same. Yeah. So at least all the interactions in Chapter 5 I could skip. And at least, like, the answers of which one's the fake, which one's the illusion was the same. Like, all of that you can skip. So you can still get through Chapter 5 relatively quickly. This just feels like a slog each time. And also there's like a billion battles, which I like when there's battles in this game. But this one feels like it's constant battle, and then it's a bunch of text in between each battle. And I'm not one to complain about the amount of text in the game. Like, Chapter 10 should be the chapter that people have to play if they complain there's too much text in the start of the game. Yeah, I'm so glad that everyone gets to win, because it gets, like, to live in the truthful playthrough, because it saves me from the library. Like, broke. I want to play the truthful ending so everyone survives. Woke. I want to play the truthful ending so I don't have to do the absolute terrible library. Like, oh my gosh. I would just lie on the floor, like, just take me now. Just end me right here. I'm done. Got a date with the fog. Could that have been said any less creepily? No. Some sort of illusion. Can I skip this yet? No, I can't. Gosh. I'm so glad I unlocked the bookshelves. That still feels like weird wording, like, ah yes, I'm gonna go to the bookshelves. It just feels weird. I wish there was like a quicker way to get through this chapter. And it's gonna be fake, Minoru. Is it gonna let me skip? Oh good, it's letting me skip this part. Oh my gosh, thank you. Oh, thank you, Minoru, for being the same. You are a pillar of hope. You are just pure, and I love you, and you always say the same thing, and that means I can skip. Thank you for saving me somewhat from the horrors of the library. My gosh. I'm glad my B-reel went off. That was cool. Now, who should I use? I'm gonna level up my babies. Ah, I hate those bookshelves. Yeah, I love Minoru because I can skip his text, but also I love him in general, so... Many reasons to love that good boy. It's always interesting to see which evolutions they'll pick. Like, I like that. I hate the library. Just to reiterate. Also, side note, the 25th anniversary program stream is in an hour from now. Yeah, I'm just doing autoplay for these moments. Because that means I can scroll and see how my YouTube channel's doing. I try not to check YouTube Studio too much. They already did. They revealed it a few hours ago. It's a colored Digimon pet. I did a video on it. I'll, do links work in chat? Let's find out. So yeah, the stream where I guess they're going to go over more information about the 25th anniversary Digimon pet is in 60 minutes. I'm not sure if they're going to go on the mascot. Oh, sorry. Oh, you meant the mascot. I think that the mascot might be Espimon, to be honest, for the 25th anniversary. But that is a good point. No, we'll not be getting information about the anime, I'm fairly confident. On the basis that the stream is for the 25th anniversary of the virtual pets. As far as I'm aware, we're going to be getting more information about the color virtual pet that was revealed today. I don't think that they've announced that they're going to be talking about anything else. But yeah, I don't feel like they're going to be talking about anything anime related. Considering it's the anniversary of the virtual pets rather than an anniversary of the anime. Hopefully, Dokomon will be good. Also, Dokomon would go well with Pulsemon. But yeah, I've been under the impression that Espimon is the 25th anniversary Digimon, but it hasn't really been said as such. So I guess that is a possibility. But yeah, my apologies. When you said 25th anniversary Digimon, I thought you meant Digimon as in the Digimon pet. Yeah, see, I love the virtual pets. Like, they're kind of my main part of the franchise that I like the most. Though I love the Vital Bracelet, and that's not technically a virtual pet. It's virtual pet adjacent, but it's not a typical virtual pet. But yeah, the other reason why I've kind of interpreted Espimon as being the 25th anniversary mascot is that on the dim card that had Ludomon and Zubamon and Rudamon, it also had Espimon. Yeah, it took me about 50 hours to get through my first playthrough too. Or thereabouts, I think. Or maybe 30. Maybe it might have taken me 30 hours to get through my first playthrough. It does help that you can skip through a lot of things in future playthroughs. Oh yeah, they are pretty scary. And yeah, probably my favorite thing about the new virtual pets is the fact that it's USB chargeable. Like, I was worried that it was going to be AAAs like a lot of the color virtual pets were, but that also makes it bulkier when they use the batteries, like AAAs and stuff, and I can't imagine that they would put the button batteries on a color pet. So yeah, big fan of it being USB chargeable. That brings the size down. It means that I don't have to keep on changing batteries. I can just plug it in. I always have a USB-C charger with me because my phone uses USB-C. So that's a good way for it to go. I'm pretty excited for that. What is my total playtime? Yeah, see, Vital Bracelet is like, a lot of it is repetitive, but that's the same with a lot of virtual pets. I haven't really noticed that, no. But yeah, I know that virtual pets aren't for everyone, and I know the Vital Bracelet's not for everyone. I love the Vital Bracelet because Sometimes I don't have time to look after virtual pet. Sometimes I, just I'm too distracted with work or busy, and it's kind of nice that there's only, I only really need to pay attention to it for a little bit a day. And that's just getting the missions done for the battle requirements or whatever, for the evolution. But otherwise it can just kind of sit there. There's no punishment for evolution. I mean, we're barely seeing the Ghost Games digital world. Oh, I guess, like, if you mean, like, those digital spaces that they go after pressing the idle bracelet, yeah, I kind of see what you mean. Oh yeah, you're right, we did see the digital world and Digitime on it, like the actual digital world in that episode. I'm just happy I got Palmon. Happy I got Palmon, sad I have to do the library. I hate the library so much. I'm hoping that the library level isn't that much longer than the previous playthroughs. I'm just worried that it is because more characters alive means more interactions, more, I guess, in this case they've combined Mew and Saki as two characters that have died in previous playthroughs that I've done. So that's not too bad. So it's just in one go instead of in two. This one I'm assuming I cannot skip. I thought they'd let me skip it because I always have the run-in with the professor at this point. No. And now he's going to come out of the closet as being Haru. Yeah, I mean, Digimon seasons have previously gone for like anywhere between like 50 episodes and 75 if you count Cross Wars as having 3 seasons. So there is that it could go for another 20 or 30 episodes. There is also... The watch and wait seems really mean. Like, I want to see if he's okay. But no, I've also heard the theory that it could be... Since it's episodic, and even though Atmon was episodic, that only had 50 episodes. But yeah, since it's episodic, it could be more of like a never-ending season, if that makes sense. Like, something that just keeps on going and going and going and going. I've never heard of the super effective Pokemon podcast, but I'm always open to collabs. I mean, we were on a Pokemon and Digimon podcast before, which is currently on hiatus, and that's called the Moncast, which isn't my podcast, but I was just guesting on it for their coverage of Pokemon Advanced, I think it was, and also Digimon Tamers. So I have been on a Pokemon podcast before. But I don't know, I can't see a Pokemon Digimon game ever coming out, like a crossover between the two. But I would love it. I've always wanted one. The closest we've had is like Tamagotchis exist in the Digimon universe because we've had Tamagotchi characters come across. Like, Oyajichi got super drunk and got so drunk he just wound up in the digital world. And then he became Nanimon. So they've bridged that gap between the Tamagotchi franchise and the Digimon franchise as both being Bandai properties. And same with Witch and Lee being where all the Digimon that use magic, that's where they come from. They come from Witch and Lee, which is another Bandai property, which is Magical Witches. So the reason I mentioned that the Tamagotchi universe exists in the Digimon universe, or like there's like a bridge between the two, is the fact that there has been a Pokemon Tamagotchi, and it's called the Eevee-Chi. So Eevee exists in the Tamagotchi universe because the Eevee-Chi. So because Tamagotchi exists both in the Pokemon and Digimon universe, that's a way that the gap can kind of be bridged. I don't know, it might be like a Marvel vs. Capcom deal where it's just a fighting game between the two. I can't imagine it existing in anything else. Yeah, that video was super cool to help out with. I'm really happy that the Trackstore reached out for that. Like, I have a Discord server for the other Digimon content creators so we can all, like, chat and get along and do, like, collabs and stuff. Because I was noticing that there were just more and more Digimon content creators. So I was just like, hey, I think it'd be really cool we all got to chat. So that was pretty cool. And yeah, there are a few pronoun issues. Like, Labramon's also referred to as either pronoun. And also they've used it a few times for various Digimon as well. So that is a thing. Which kind of makes sense because Japanese doesn't really use pronouns as much. Like, they have them. So there's kanojo and kare, as in she and he respectively. But they don't actually use them. And from what I've heard of the script, like I've been listening to the audio, they've never actually used kare or kanojo to refer to he or she. So I guess at some points the translators just picked a pronoun, and because there's likely multiple translators, they might just look at a Digimon and give it a pronoun. So I can imagine that that's how that would have happened, because there's no as far as I've heard, I'm not playing the Japanese version of the game, but I haven't heard the use of kare or kanojo. Because a lot of Japanese can be used fairly contextually. And yeah, I think I had that theory too. But yeah, since Japanese is so contextual, you can kind of just assume who you're talking about through context. So, for example, if you're saying it's cold, in English you would just say, hey, it's cold. In Japanese, you might just say cold. So you might just say, samui da, or just samui, just to say it's cold. To use a super easy example of that. Yeah, the lore of adventure and the lore of Survive does have a lot in common. Poor Renamon. See, this part I should be able to skip because this feels exactly the same. I'm just gonna scroll up. I don't think I've missed any bits of chat. But yeah, so that's what I assume how they went with the pronouns. But with Renamon, it kind of makes sense with the use of both he and she pronouns, because Renamon is a feminine Digimon, but she's chosen the form of Haru. So in that case, it kind of makes sense for her to have masculine pronouns. I think we should absolutely burn the library to the ground. I'm just sick of playing the library level. Though I also, because I ranted about this spoiler before, but the fact that I saw the Professor and Where Garurumon in the Shadow Shack thumbnail that got recommended to me, I guess that kind of helped my assumption. I kind of already had a theory about that because of how Gabumon was acting, or Garurumon rather. and how everybody was reacting to the professor. No, Renamon's voice sounds the exact same as it was in Tamers. Yeah, Shadow Shack was not cool about the spoilers. A lot of other content creators were good with the spoilers. I did see a couple, like, ones for Chapter 5 which were like slightly spoilery by saying Lotmon evolves, but mostly content creators were fine. I haven't actually seen that much Star Trek, so I'm not sure. I watched a bit of it like 10 years ago, maybe 15 years ago, but not enough to really give an answer there, sorry. Yeah, I will... And now we get the moment with all the characters. I still don't understand what's going on here. Yeah, I had to really, like, not scroll through YouTube when I was playing this, because mainly Shadow Shack. Like, as I mentioned, all the other content creators were pretty cool with the thumbnails and with the spoilers. But yeah, it just kind of made me hesitant to scroll through YouTube. But the spoiler in particular was one of those, like, notifications you get that has, like, the thumbnail and the title. So that one was not even, that one wasn't fair. And I'm not even subscribed. It just recommended me because I like Digimon. I'm just gonna level up my other dudes. Even then, that's like, you, sometimes your recommendations are not just going by the fact that you're logged in, but just general, sometimes it can just read, even if you've got, like, you'll have to have, like, cookies disabled. Like, even though Incognito essentially, typically, ignores cookies, sometimes it still pays attention to it. And also, if you're on the same network, you can get, you can still get recommendations based on what things have been looked up on that network before. Like, for example, a few weeks ago, I was looking at a certain brand of shoes. And I was doing that on my phone. So, on this phone, but I was on my network at home. And, then I started getting the ads for those shoes on my computer, my actual computer, not just my phone. So that was just because I was on the same network. And then when I opened my work PC when I was working from home, because I was on the same network, I got ads for the shoes. So Incognito doesn't necessarily ensure that it doesn't already know your history. Yeah, everyone should get Be Real. Just so I have, like... I've got no friends on Be Real. I'm very lonely. Because getting people to get Be Real has been actually surprisingly hard. People have, like, tapped out of social media. They're like, nah. I'm done. Like, no more different social media. Like, you know, they'll just stick to their two main social media bits. Usually, like, I don't know, Twitter. And I guess some people still use Facebook. I don't use Facebook that much. I got rid of my Facebook and I started a new one recently, but just for show dog stuff. I think it's because most people on YouTube have been good with the spoilers. It's just the few people who just, for some reason, aren't being cool with spoilers. Which I guess I would understand, but Bandai specifically said, hey, don't spoil for 2 months. There's still 1 month to go on that, so... Stop adding more of these guys, I'm just, At least it feels like I'm through the library quicker. I don't know why I got... Maybe I was just complaining the whole time that, you know, time flies when you're having fun. 54 more subscribers until 12,000, by the way. So please subscribe to my YouTube channel and make me happy. I'll only be happy if I get YouTube attention, I guess. That's not true. I'll be happy either way. I've got Palmon. Palmon's every reason to be happy. I've got a best friend. Who's my best friend? J Digimon. I have a best friend now. Yeah, I guess Pokemon fans, yeah. Though a lot of Pokemon games are like spoiled before release even. Yeah, that's what I was just saying. Like the whole Pokemon game will be like revealed before the game even comes out by Nintendo. Wow, I can't believe they made Dracomon hot. Like, I think Beelzemon's got to be one of the most attractive Digimon. Or is that just me? Up there with Vamdemon, surely. I don't know if the next story game is finished yet. We haven't even seen any screenshots of it yet, so I would say it's probably not finished. It might be having finishing touches, but I don't think it'll be that far along because we haven't seen any pictures yet. Like, if you think about it, we had pictures from Survive fairly early on. As far as I'm aware, we don't even have a title for the new story game. Oh yeah, Arukenimon, a lot of people are also finding super hot. Yeah, you're right. Like, thumbnails will be in all the thumbnails will have all the evolutions in them. All of them at once. It's a very busy thumbnail. Oh, Marine Angemon, your movement's so bad. I need to, like, give you items to buff your movement. Yeah, Arukenimon will kill a lot of us, but at least she's hot, though. Like, the human version of, or her disguise, rather, in 02 is not that hot, but she just got hotter and hotter. Like, they made her super hot in Ghost Game, and they made her super hot in Survive. Like, just well done making us thirst over spiders, Digimon. Like, I did not have that in my bingo card as a fan, let's be real. Oh yeah, the Arukenimon battle, yeah, it is not... I mean, even as soon as you get your other characters helping you out, it's not that bad. Yeah, I love the fact that each time we've had Arukenimon have a human disguise, they've been different enough. Like, still kind of similar, like long white hair, red dress, but different enough that, like, I wasn't 100% that it could be Arukenimon. Oh yeah, in Survive I was like, I'm pretty sure that's Arukenimon. And I'm just like, just because it sounds like her, it looks like her, and I feel like the only reason I thought of Arukenimon was because we just had her in Ghost Game, like, a little bit before. So I was kind of like, she was still in my memory, if that makes sense. If we didn't have her in Ghost Game, I probably wouldn't have thought about her. Ghost Game's so good. Like, this year's been good for Digimon. Like, with Survive and Ghost Game. And yeah, just make her look a little bit different, but then again, it wouldn't be like... It'd be too different. Like, Myotismon's / Vamdemon's disguise in Ghost Game was pretty good, because I was like, I think that's Vamdemon, but I don't know. Like, I was just looking at the Vamdemon human disguise in Ghost Game, and I was like, is that him? It could be. And it was, but like, that was a good disguise. It was also really hot. I love me some vampire action. I was a teenager when Twilight was big, what can I say? Yeah, he looked, like, Ghost Game's art style is really good. Something else that I've noticed about Ghost Game is the fact that the animation is just pretty good. Even at this point. Like, it's just consistently pretty good. I love Ghost Game. Like, even though I didn't really like the previous episode of Ghost Game particularly, I still really love the show. Yeah, Sanglutmon being his dog and was just like, this is my dog. He is a good boy. I was like, I love you. I would absolutely fall victim to Vamdemon, let's be real. I am far too thirsty on Maine just to, like, let him slide. I'll be like, hey, you look definitely evil, but I will definitely just, like, just destroy me. Speaking of hot, the Professor, he's got, like, he's pretty hot. I like facial hair. Something horrific's gonna happen. Let's go, horrify. If she kills the Professor, I'm gonna be really not happy with that. Stop. This is just, if she kills the Professor, this is just the killing the old man path. Yeah, Clockmon looks really good in Ghost Game. Also, how horrifying is this voice that Miyuki just had? Like, that's horrifying. At least I'm nearly at the end of this chapter, which means no more library, which is a positive. Always happy to be done with the library. Miyuki, don't do anything haunting. Such a cool voice. Like, how spooky and cool is that? The Professor should have died when he fell off that bridge. Like, every time I get to that part, I'm like, why didn't you die? Yeah, Ghost Game is so good. Like, I still think that Ghost Game can dethrone Atmon as my favourite series of Digimon. I kind of hate that. Like, I kind of hate the no body, no death. Horrifying. I love it. I just assumed he was dead because, like, I felt... But there's a lot of falling off, like, high places and surviving. Like, for example, Ryo, he also falls off a bridge and is hit, and that's not what kills him. Somehow. Yeah, that is a possibility, but we don't see it. Could have been Garurumon who saved him off screen, because Garurumon's his partner. I do love myself a Warp Shinka. Let's go. Let's do this Warp Shinka. I've seen it before, but every time, chef's kiss. Like, I love the little animation there. The VPod VPet color. Also, hello, Digimon Professor. Yeah, super excited about the color VPets. Pre-ordered them at the very start of this stream. I'm forever simping for Zen and TCG BT dubs. I can't believe I just said BT dubs. That was weird. But no, I am so excited for the color VPet. Super excited about it. Like, I was so excited, I worked from... Oh yeah, it could have been Gomamon, that's a good thought. But yeah, I was so excited for the color VPet that usually I work Tuesdays from the office, but this week I did not because my coworker is away and someone needs to be in the office to get deliveries and stuff. So I was like, oh, I really want to make a video on this. So I made like a video on just in my setup for work, which is just my headset that I use for VoIP calls, for Teams calls and stuff. And I used the webcam on my Lenovo Yoga, and it was just like, I set myself up in this little area, and there's some padding that we have for like server rooms. It's like that sort of padding. And I was just like, that'll do for sound control. And I just did that. And I downloaded OBS and I just recorded it. That's how much I wanted to scream into the microphone, any microphone, about the color VPets and get the word out, because I just made a little temporary space. Yeah, super excited for those. As I mentioned, Zen and TCG do have them up on pre-order at the moment. It has all 4 of them. So check them out. Very excited. And yeah, I'm trying to like grow a Chad Shin. I don't think it's like, I'll have to get Based to like give me some Chad Tin tips, because like not nearly Chad enough. Like how do I chat, like Google's how to Chad out my chin. Like I know it's I can use that filter on TikTok. I'll just do that, and maybe I'll record all my future videos through TikTok so I can have the Chad filter on. It's like Fast Five Freddy's, everybody's fly. DJ says and I say my. I don't know. I want a Chad Shin. The Chad YouTube content creator move is to just make a bad quality video to get the news out, because I wanted to scream into the microphone, any microphone, no matter the quality, about this color VPet. I was also kind of annoyed, like, how dare they make this announcement when they said they'd have a stream for it. Like, the stream is, like, 30 minutes away? Yes, that's Ceresmon. Ceresmon Medium, rather. And she's great, and I'm really glad that we get to see her. But, yeah, I'm very excited about Digimon, you must excuse me. Very excited for more Digimon. They're the champions, after all. I just can't get over Ceresmon. The stream is... There's already a YouTube link for the stream. If you give me a second, I can put it in. It's 25 minutes away, so it's 9 o'clock Australian time. I will put it in chat. There we go. So yeah, it's premiering in 25 minutes. So basically after this. But my original plan was, okay, they'll announce something in that, so I can do my news wrap-up video after. So I don't have to worry about them releasing any news about it beforehand. But, no, they decided to just announce it before the stream. So I was like, I'm gonna have to do a video. I love doing videos anyway, so that's not too bad. And if we learn anything else in the stream, I will probably do another video on it tonight. Who is notificating me? Notificate? That's not a word. Notificating. Notifying, there we are. Well, I'm just doing auto battle because I'm lazy. And it means I can just talk and not have to pay attention. But no, I'm not doing the boxes because it's auto battle. Kind of wish that the auto battling did pick up the boxes. But since I've already played all this and gotten the boxes, it's not too bad. Also, I really want to finish up before the stream. Because again, I will be doing a video on the... And if they introduce enough news. And yes, less library is best. I kind of wish you could, like, buy items. Or sell items, I guess. Also, I wish you could sort by type. You can order them, but only in a specific order. And that makes it really annoying because when I'm equipping things to Digimon, which I typically have to do because every time you start a new playthrough, the equipped items falls off. So at the top they always have the skills. Oh, it needs me to touch it. It's going to sleep. It has the skills at the top and the buffs and everything, but it doesn't have like the items you equip until like the bottom. I mean, I'm still like, yeah, it's just the battles that I put in autopilot, just so I can talk, basically. And so I can like read chat and stuff. Like, it doesn't let me skip through the text parts. Because they're slightly different, apparently. And yeah, I also don't really use items. I just put them on because I wanted something to do. I still haven't done any more Mugen collection. I just did that, the first one, from, like, in my last playthrough. I'm so excited for the color V-Pets. Okay, we just gave Miyuki male pronouns. That's interesting. That was a disturbing noise. I'm glad the professor didn't die. The franchise has been going pretty strong for the last year or so. Yeah, nobody more nobody more? I am losing grasp on the English language, which is a little bit of a concern. I had a busy day at work, please forgive me. Yeah, I guess that makes sense. But they also gave, the next line gave Miyuki feminine pronouns. Though I guess if you're talking about the master being a separate entity to Miyuki, like, our words got through to her, we need to rescue her, as opposed to he got away being the master. I guess that kind of makes sense. Yeah, I'll give them that one. See, I missed that in my first playthrough. I guess I was I was just screaming about the evolution that I completely missed that happened. But that is a funny one. Okay, so part 11. So I'm gonna probably play up to whenever they give me the ability to go in other places, I guess. Ah, Miyuki's alive. And Miyuki. And plus, we don't have the stream for another 20 or so minutes. Yeah, I've seen it being memeing a lot. Okay, that's a little master. That's a bit weird to say, to be honest. I wonder if since this playthrough I get War Greymon, is that if I wonder if Gabumon comes back, because you just kind of in the other playthroughs for the Harmony and Wrathful routes they just kind of forget that Gabumon existed. Like he evolves to Garurumon, he's super tsundere about everything, and then he never comes back. I love how creepy the master's voice is. This is really creepy. It's still weird that it lets me see things that Takuma's not around for. Then again, I don't think it's like I am Takuma. I think I'm just kind of there because I don't name Takuma. His name is just Takuma. Renamon. Haru was so cute when slash Renamon. Yeah, that is true. I think we're doing the bad ending too, from memory. God, the bad ending was just dark. Like, hilariously dark. Like, everything is okay, the world is ending, but I'm with my mom. And she makes the good curry. Like, that's so funny to me. Yeah, see, for comparison, just then when he addressed Renamon as he said in the text, he, but the Japanese used Renamon. So again, we don't really have pronouns in the Japanese language, so they're either they're just assuming you know who they're talking about through context, or they're using names. Like, that's more standard with the Japanese language, as I was mentioning earlier. Yeah, at least you die with good curry. Like, pro, you get curry. Con, the world ends. It's really good curry, though. Like, that's just funny to me. Curry's so good, you'll let the world end for it. That'd be a great tagline for, like, a brand of curry. Like, world ending, curry good. I love Syakomon. Like, look at that clam cat. I love you. Clam cat. Syakomon just makes me happy. This makes me smile. Yeah, it is really funny, like, Syakomon's evolution path. Speaking of which, I'm gonna check. That's the wrong one. Once I remember how to use the controls. Yeah, I've got all of Dracomon's evolution path now. It gives me a silhouette. What is that? Who is she? It gives me a swell of all of them, but I'm just terrible with judging silhouettes. Except for this one. No silhouette for Agumon. Wow, because it's going between so many characters, it just zooms. That's funny. Except for that time, that was just a fade in, fade out. Yeah, that's correct. This is my third playthrough. First playthrough was Wrathful, second playthrough was Harmony. And then after this I'm doing Truthful. Wow, it keeps on zipping. I don't know why sometimes it just zips and sometimes it just does like a fade transition. It is really nice that I managed to like have all the characters live in the moral play, except for obviously Shuji and Ryo. Okie dokie, so now that it's given me free action, I'm going to wrap up the stream for today. So I'll save. And yeah, we only had to sacrifice Digimon, but which is sad. But at least all the humans like got to stay, except for Ryo and Shuji, obviously. But yeah, so that's so we're up to part 11. So I mean, just like, well, yeah, or in every playthrough except for Truthful, characters die. But yeah, so that's it for today's stream. I'll be doing part 11 on Thursday, and depending on how long it takes me to get through part 11, I might also be doing part 12, so I might actually also be finishing off the moral playthrough in the Thursday stream. Unless anything comes up, and then I won't be streaming. Yeah, Minoru never dies. That's like the only character who... And Takuma. Minoru and Takuma are always safe, as far as I'm aware. In any place... At least, I mean, I think he's going to survive in the moral playthrough. And everyone survives in the truthful playthrough. But yeah, so that's it for today's stream. If you're watching this live on Twitch, make sure you're following, subscribe on Twitch. I don't know how to word that, just because I have the option to have subscriptions now. I think I've got 2 subscriptions at the moment. But if you're watching this on YouTube, like, comment, subscribe, etc. Subscribe to YouTube definitely, because I'm trying to get to 12,000 subscribers by the end of the month. And I'm currently at... how many? I need 54 more to go, and it is the 30th, so I've got one more day to get to 12,000 by the end of the month. So fingers crossed, and subscribe if you haven't already. Like this video, comment, let me know your thoughts about the moral playthrough so far. And presuming everything goes ahead as planned, I'll be continuing on with part 11 and maybe 12 on the Thursday night stream. And yay, no more library. I hate the library so much. The library sucks. No more library ever again. I'm never going to go into any library for the rest of my life. I'm done with libraries. So in any case, thanks for coming. Thanks for chatting. Thanks for a wonderful stream. And yeah, check out my YouTube, because the color virtual pet got announced today. And there's also the stream on YouTube for Bandai, which is in 10 minutes, I think. So if that's worthwhile, I'll probably do another video tonight, or maybe I'll release it in the morning. Depending on how I feel. In any case, thanks for coming to the stream. Check out other stuff, link trees on Twitter, etc, etc. Stalk me on the internet. And I will see you on the next video. Bye!